So let's go to Pasadena for a second. Did
Yeah.
you hear about this? So this happened. This was a protest in Pasadena, and here is a stay-at-home protest guy, or not the other thing. The don't tread on me. Yeah. Anyway, here he comes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So he drove this through the protesters in Pasadena, and I think
what the hell?
Yeah, and I don't, and I think he yelled something too. And then later, this happened too. So in the Pasadena protest, everybody was being pretty much peaceful, except for a few agitators who weren't actually the police. They were just people who were opposed
MAGA
to.
Crew. Well, you heard about the guy in Santa Monica that had a gun, right? Did you see this? Holy crap!
So this is Pasadena as well.
On Twitter, some guy, not a cop, some guy was rocking around with a gun pointing at protesters. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
So, yeah, I didn't hear about that. I did see, I mean, I know there was some like counter stuff going on in Santa Monica. I did see the video. Did you see the video of that one woman who was just yelling at everybody, Trump's going to get reelected? Did you see that? That was the that was the ultimate, like, you don't realize how
the BLM folks how to protest properly and wanting to segregate.
Yes. It's like, I mean, you watch that and you're like, you have no idea how ignorant you are right now. Like, you don't know. Like, there's a little part of me that pities you, but it's like, whatever. You're doing this in public. You're old enough to know better. You're a grown woman. You're old enough to know better. I'm sorry. I can't have. But she was just like, Trump's going to get reelected now, which I don't think she realized what she was really saying, because what she was really saying there was, hey, black people, I know you're tired of being systemically murdered by a racist, out of control gang known as the police, but you're going to have to shut up for a little while longer, because maybe if you do, all the racists who like Trump will forget to vote. I mean, that was literally what she was saying. That was literally what she was saying.
Speaking of Ron, did you see, and I can't think of his name, one of the DNC strategists posted a thing a few days ago about why the BLM protesters had to be peaceful and not violent, because if they were violent, Biden was less likely to win. But if they got violent, he was likely to lose. Like, and he was making this argument publicly on Twitter, and I'm like,
I'm so sad I missed this gem.
Who do you think you are? Like, it was shocking to me. I'm like, these folks say this stuff in public and they don't hear themselves. They think that they're firewall. They don't see that this is racist. It's like, number one, no group is monolithic in its beliefs. And if you want to make the claim that they are, you're racist. And you're not listening to the community, and you're taking away individual agency. So it's just wrong. Stop doing it. And I see liberals doing this stuff all the time. They don't hear themselves. And honestly, all this guy really cared about, right, was winning the president's, winning the presidency.
Yeah.
How is that being an ally? And you're right. Look, I mean, somebody just got murdered, and you're going to tell this community how and how not they should be behaving? Fuck all the way off.
Yeah, well, and also, how is it being an ally entertaining the fantasy that all of these issues began with Trump? They didn't. This has been going on for decades. Been going on for decades.
Yeah,
exactly. Trump certainly hasn't helped the matter. Don't get me wrong. Trump's terrible. I'm not saying he isn't.
He's more blatant about it. He's ripped the Band-Aid off of the more subtle forms of racism that we've seen. But the racism in and of itself is systemic, and it's been here, and it hasn't gotten worse. It's just more exposed, I think.
Yeah. So check this out. Here's another guy at Pasadena. Yeah.
Like Charlottesville all over again.
Now reports are saying that guy is okay, the guy who was on the hood of the car, fortunately. And here's a little bit of good news. They did catch that dude.
Oh, good.
Dude driving the car. So they did catch the dude. Driver seen speeding away from the demonstration with protester on hood in Pasadena, arrested. Benjamin Hung, 28, of San Marino, was arrested soon after police said he drove away from a line of protesters, one still clinging to the hood of his car.
So San Marino, just so everybody's clear that doesn't live in California or in this area, is a very old, wealthy neighborhood. It's sort of like the Beverly Hills of the East Side. Would you agree with that, Ron?
I think that's fair. You've actually been in the area a lot longer than I have. So like I'm still only. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I mean, I've still only been in the area since 2016. So admittedly,
okay.
Yeah, no. So especially like further, seldomly do I go east, because like I live in Pasadena, so I have some friends in Claremont, so sometimes I go out there. And then lately, because of the world of quarantine and social distancing, I've been going to the drive-in movie theater in Pomona because that's a fun social distancing activity. You're just in your car. That was like the summer activity meant for social distancing, y'all.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your